Hi guys, back with a new video, and this is going to be about translucent resin. It's going to be a little bit of a rant on my part. It's a specific resin which I'm not going to mention the name, it doesn't matter at this point. I used 3 liters of this, 3 bottles, and I had around 20 fails. Now I changed position, location, rotation of the prints. Still it will fail in parts that didn't make any sense, and as you may see in the video as well, I used a lot of supports, or more than I usually do. Now with ABS resin you need almost less supports because the supports will not fail as much as with the normal resin. Now here you can see just a couple of the parts. I have way more, and I printed some more translucent parts for a different statue, and those are the parts that failed the most. Now what it's strange as well that the heavy parts actually printed out, and the light parts started to have the fails at the start, and then the heavy parts failed as well after a while. Now as you can see here on this one, the fails start being lower and lower. The very first one, the one it's painted, started at higher point, and this one's the lower point. Now for these ones over here, because I was doing so much testing, I didn't change the rotation or the position of the prints. I just added more supports. I didn't remove any of the supports, I just added more supports. But down on the road, like, the fails will go lower and lower and lower. At one point the cards will not even print out, as you may see it here as well. So the card will fail as well, and now the first prints the card will print out very good. But then again, I didn't remove any of the supports, I just added more. What else you may notice, I used these fail test prints to paint them up to find out what my color scheme will be. I had the various inks which I wanted to try it out to see which one would be the closest for me. So I used these parts to just kind of test out the inks. Now this fail resin, it's an ABS resin, it's marketed as an ABS resin. Now we all know the ABS resin, it's a little bit more tough, more durable. Like, even when I took off the first print from the build plate, the spores, they were like really bendy, they were really like almost like jellies. And then when I realized something is not right with this one, so it's marketed as an ABS resin, but I don't think actually it's an ABS resin inside the bottle. It could be something else, I don't know for sure. Even the smell of it, it's the same as the other resins from this brand, so I don't know. Usually the ABS resin or the normal resin will have a different smell to it, but I'm not a specialist in these areas, so I don't know 100%. Now here you can see these prints are from the same build plate. One of them started earlier on and the other one later on a little bit. Again, the reason why this happened, I have no clue. Just happened suddenly, and then again the fail is just left and right. Now here at this point I decided to change out the resin. This is the Anycubic clear translucent resin, which I have to say only good things. But here for this resin I use the same exact files. I didn't add any supports, I didn't remove any supports as it was previously. I had fails on this one, no problem. First try, printed out perfectly, no fails at all. Even the supports feel more like an ABS resin, and it doesn't snap so easily. I can say only good things about this resin. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, I'm just saying it how it is. It's the first time I'm using the Anycubic resin. Even for my last 5 years I was printing, I never used any of the Anycubic's resin, but this one, it's I have to say it's really good. I'm really happy how it looks as well. Now here's just a quick look at the final product, how it came out and how it looks. It's perfect. I'm really happy with the end result. Stay tuned and I'm gonna show you how I painted it up and how I done the whole process. Now here's something else I noticed with the first resin. The part on the left side, they're more yellowish. Those are just in the wash for a couple of seconds in the isopropyl alcohol. The more clear one, I left them for 12 hours, and you can see a huge difference, and both of them, they are not cured at the moment. Now all that aside, let's get ready to put this together. I'm gonna mix up the 2-part epoxy glue, and then not to put too much because I don't want too much to come out, so I put just a little bit inside of the key and just a little bit on the outside as well. Again, I don't want to put too much glue because I don't want it too much to come outside. Because and after this I'm gonna put in some UV resin, and then I'm gonna cure it on the outside. And here you can see I'm using the UV resin. This is a clear resin as well, so I'm gonna try to spread out as much as possible with a brush. Don't want too much on it, but I just don't want to be to see the crack in it, kind of in a way. Little two pieces met up, so I'm trying to hit it as much with a small UV light, and then I'm gonna go back and just put some more in, just make sure it's cannot see the lines. Now here I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife just to remove some of the supports, the pieces that are left over. I don't like to do this part with the sandpaper if I don't have to, because then usually the clear resins get scratched up way too much, and it just you have to reapply it and re-cure it almost. So the X-Acto knife is just, I'm gonna use it as the parts that I need to remove the leftovers from the support. And here, this is one of the first colors that I'm using. It's a pinkish, purplish, but it's a really more pinkish ink. And here I'm going to use this darker magenta, almost purple, and just on the top part, so it will be a little bit of a difference between the two colors. So the bottom part will be the lighter when the card starts, and then when it arrives to the cards, it's a little bit more darker. And now this is the end of the video. So here just a short video to see how it came out in the end, all painted up. Now if you like it, if you learned something, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Any questions, put it down in the comments below and I'm gonna answer as soon as I can. Enjoy and see you on the next one.